I'm going to say a few words in English for our friends who have come from abroad that are really close to us in everything that they do and how they demonstrate being part of this. Si nos pueden bajar un poquito la música. It's great to have the boss within us, in our group, so that things happen with a great speed. Thank you, Linda. So let me start by thanking Linda, actually, for getting us all here in a beautiful environment. This place actually represents what we want to do in many ways, because yesterday we said that we want to do important things, but we also want to do them in a great degree of fun. So this is a fun place, this is cool, this is aspirational. So this is exactly who this Fundacion pretends to be and how it's going to be acting in the years ahead. So thank you again, Linda. Thank you, Noah, Aji Noah.
Bravo.
You made our day, you made our week, you made our year.
You made mine.
Thank you. We really felt that for such a historical occasion, for us to be able to be in such an environment of tradition, of holiness, and also to mark a moment from here onward, not looking at the difficulties of the past, but also to establish bridges and a new way of looking at the future with our Christian brethren. You were the perfect ambassador for that, and we're very, very happy. Thank you again.
It's my
So, on behalf of the other founders, because I'm still serving for another year as president, and then Alberto will replace me, Javier and Alberto and I want to say a few things. First of all, we want to thank Stuart Weitzman for having come all the way from the US. So first for coming from the US, secondly for making beautiful boots for fans that become fans forever, because every lady that meets you the day after says, I'm going to wear my boots for Stuart. So you must have sold a lot of boots and you really have fans. This is unbelievable. So,
Nos falta este evento cada semana.
That's why you succeeded commercially. So thank you for being part of our foundation. It was a real jewel to have met you some years ago, and for you to have immediately connected to our undertaking. And we feel you're obviously an integral and core part of our project. So thank you very much, and we can't wait, to continue having events here and in the US and in different places to share your energy and your objectives. And by the way, Stuart did very, very well in his life because it's not easy, because he is very exigente. So yesterday during our board meeting, he was asking very pertinent questions, tough questions, and it's always good to be with people that are expecting an extra effort and challenging us. So we will talk over the next hours about things related to the asset that we want to obtain. I want to also finish by saying just a few words of what we did yesterday and what this means for the future. When you do an event that is marked by this holiness, by being something special, you have to remind yourself that everything that you do has to have a certain degree of humility, and that we don't do it only for ourselves. We're doing it for our parents who are no longer here, for our grandparents, for all these generations that live crazy times. And we are very, very fortunate because we live in times of mainly peace in the West, and we have a huge responsibility. So our responsibility is to make sure that the Jewish world and the Spanish-speaking worlds are together. And that's what this Fundacion is going to be doing. We're setting up associations of friendship all over the world. We started with New York, we're doing it in Israel, we're doing it in Mexico, in Panama, and it's unbelievable the amount of great vibes that people have with this. We did an incredible event this year with the Ladino being part of the Royal Academy of Languages of the association called ASALE. And we've done exhibitions, we've sponsored books. We have a big event in Córdoba, Argentina in the month of March. And we're going to be embarking upon projects all over the world. So I just want you to remember that the few of us that are here today are really part of some kind of a movement. So anytime that you'll be in one of the cities where there's other members of the Fundacion, please let us know. We're going to be meeting people that are like us. And one of the fundamental issues about who we are is first we share this passion, of course, about the Hispanic and the Jewish worlds. But secondly, as I said yesterday in the board, it is very, very important for us that people that join us are nice people. This is not such an easy thing to get in the world.
In Yiddish we say mensch.
So,
Exactly.
So it has to be people that understand, that tolerance is an important value. That looking at the other and trying to find what unites us is fundamental. Because we have ways as human beings to always perceive the difference of the other. And sometimes you get to meet someone that looks and sees what they have in common and they try to build a bridge. Not in a phony way, not just to be a public relations, just to try to connect. And every one of you, in my opinion, is like that. And the people that we're selecting, we're cherry picking all over the world is like this. So we really have a strong mission, strong objectives with this museum. And there's a big, big goal, which is that there's more knowledge about what these two worlds of the Jewish and the Hispanic worlds can do together. So thank you so much for being with us. And if you guys want to say something, or Stuart, you want to add something?
We'll bring more Americans into this crowd, we need a little balance here.
Yes, we
We're part of it as well. And I'm ready to go, so let's get going.
Yeah.